So I made it back out to the old part of the labor camp. There used to be a bunch of houses out here. So I'm going to do some exploring. There's still the cement footings are still down. It's a big area. Let's see what I can find. Check out this building here. Pretty neat. Old furnace. Be nice to find some old bottles or something too, you know. Well, you can see it, but dead jackrabbit down there. Must have hopped in there and fell in, couldn't get out. There's no rattlesnakes. All the way around this place there's raised foundation cement pads. So I'm going to do some detecting down here in these pads and see if I can find anything. See, there's one right over there, some over there, there's a couple more over by that water tower. There's some right here. They go all the way around this whole thing, so I got a lot of area to try to cover. I'm going to just go over real fast and see what I can find. But I head through that way, right there. Let's see what happens. Very excited right now. I just hit this mercury. If you can see that. Let's see if I can see a date. Give me a sec. Man, this signal right here was very faint. I thought I got skunked because on top of this was a little piece of metal. And I checked my hole before I covered it up. Came out of that hole right there. So right next to this big bush dirt pile. Shit, I don't have my glasses on. It looks like 1938 maybe. Really good condition. Super excited. I almost covered that up and walked away. But I checked it one more time and I still had that very faint signal. Let me show you what was on top of it. It's this little middle ring right here. This was on top of it. The dime was another 5 inches down. And I thought I got skunked because, I mean, there's hardly any trash out here. But what makes it hard is the tumbleweeds and the high grass. And I was gonna head over that way. And then I started looking back at these pads because I wasn't really finding anything, just a bunch of scrap metal. But I noticed there's these, I don't know if you could see it, but right here what used to be a little cement path. So I think what it is like this pad was a parking spot, maybe for this house and this house, and it had a little path here, and there's a little path to that door. And I thought, you know what, I'm gonna metal detect in between these two spots here. You know, I could imagine somebody just sitting out here or something, because I had already checked between these trees. There's nothing between these trees. And I found a little silver thing right by that, but I can't make out what it is. It's super thin. I have to wait till I get home so I can clean it up. It was hitting the silver, and it has some markings on it, but I can't hardly see it, so I'm gonna have to wait till I get home to find that one. But this mercury dime, man, I'm so excited to find that, because it was buried into this bush dirt pile and underneath that metal ring, so I could just barely hear it underneath that thing, and I got it. So on to the next. Just dug a little small pendant out of there. Looks like one of those that you would pin to your shirt. So mercury was over there, pendant was right here, right in front of this doorway of this little thing. You know, looking at all this property and how many targets I have, the good targets right now with no trash, it's going to take me a while to hunt this whole thing, because I mean there's just, you know, footings everywhere around here. The possibilities are just crazy. This is going to be my spot for a while, I think. There's a bush right over there. Pulled 2 wheats out of there. Pulled 1 out of there. My truck over there. I just came from there. Got a little toy car and another wheatie over there. So I just dug this out of there. No idea what it is. Looks like a little compact or something. It's got a pretty nice design here on top. I barely could hear that on the Equinox. That's about 10 inches down. Barely could hear it. It's got a pretty neat design on it, looks like. See if I can clean it up real quick. It's at the house where I found the 4 Wheaties. I found the Wheaties over there on the other side of that tree. And I stayed right here under this tree. I figured people would be sitting in the shade. Let's see if I can make out what it is. This looks like Princess Pat. I don't know if you can see that. They got a little crown there with a little design. And it's a hinge right there. Nothing on the bottom. I think I should try to open it. Oh shit, there it goes. Yeah, looks like it's a little compact. You can see the design better. That's the back side. Yeah, it's definitely a little compact. Really nice. Fine. Pretty cool. On to the next. So my truck's over there. Basically, I was in a straight line this way, all the way across. There's actually a little old road that's right here, and it just goes around like this. And I don't know what these big areas were. My dad said that he thinks that they were the community showers. You got one here, there's one over there. They're just big areas here. And houses in between, like house pads in between. I stopped going inside the house, inside the footing area, just because I wasn't really getting anything in there. There's not even hardly trash in there. So I stayed to the outside, go around the foundations, going around the trees. And it's such a big area. I'm just trying to hit the high tones. You know, that's all I'm really looking for now, is just the high tones. I'm trying to get much of this done as I can, because I haven't even done, I think this is only maybe a quarter of it, really, because you have all the way to those apartments over there, that fence line. That's the whole area, and there's footings everywhere. And I want to do this big grass area in between, because I know it was just an open field in between the housing units, and you know that there was people, picnics or barbecues or whatever. like, damn, it's just so big. So I'm just staying around the footings. I'm doing where I can tell there used to be little yards. I think I'm gonna just keep going straight this way. Then I'm gonna make a turn and go around these little houses here. And then I think I'm gonna call it a day because it's a lot. So stay tuned. Just pulled this out. A little bit of fake bling there, looks like. It's pretty deep. Equinox hit on that real easy. This is my pinpointer. So that's about maybe 8 inches, 9 inches down. The grass is kind of built up a little bit, but not bad. Little piece of junk jewelry, looks like. Pretty brittle. It's old as heck. Looks like it's got maybe some fake diamonds in there. We'll take it. Okay, I got a big target in here. I don't know what the hell it is. It's big. So I thought got some wording on it. Just trying to find the ends of it. Get it out of here. This is fuck, I don't know what the hell it is. It's pretty neat. What it is, see the pinpointer still on. Turn that off. What the hell is that? National? What the hell? I don't think I'm gonna make it. I haven't made it to the end yet. Let's even start going back. This is National, I think. Get the other end of this right here. Should have got out here earlier. Slept in. No, doesn't say National. What the hell does it say? This is International. Oh shit, what the hell is that? Cool. It's fucking heavy. It's pretty cool. I actually thought it was silver the way it rang up because it was such a good tone. I got pretty excited. Let me show you what was on top of this. And I noticed it when I dug the plug out. And I thought that was the only target in here, and I checked the hole again. It was still ringing really good. And there it is. Let me show you what was on top of this that I thought was the target. This was on top of that. It's a pin, a little boat. I'm gonna clean it up still, but this is on top of it was in that plug right there. I thought that was the target. And I checked the hole, and then I had another high signal still. Pretty neat. I'll get that home and clean it up. But I don't think I'm gonna make it because I still got one more lot to do, and then I'm gonna head back that way. Try to go back before it gets sun goes down on me. I don't think this is a very good place to be at nighttime, so we'll see if I make it on to the next. So that was the last lot over there before I was gonna turn back. It looks like another big building right here, maybe a wash area, maybe for the like laundromat or something. I don't know, but I'm gonna head back. Probably not gonna go. There's a sump right there. Probably not gonna go into the sump. I'm just gonna stay right here because this is enough, and then that way I'm headed back. I'll go back to my truck. But this is the road. You can see it, but it goes all the way back that way, but it curves right here and goes this way, and I think it loops around out there, and it just makes like a big circle. And there was houses in the middle, houses on the edge here, houses right here. There's drinking fountains every so often out here in the middle, so I know that they must have picnics or whatever, especially under those big trees over there. I want to try to get under those big trees, check it out. It's just a big area, and I just went over it really quick, so I know I missed a ton of stuff. I just went around the foundations, didn't really get out in the middle. I know there's still a lot of targets there, but I'm just trying to beat the sun and get as much done as I can on this one spot, and then maybe tomorrow or something I'll come back, try to do the middle. It's just a lot of area. These are kind of neat. There's one right here, and then there's one over by my truck. I don't know what that was, a well or a wash area or somewhere they got water, I don't know. But they're all filled up, all of them, ones I've been seeing. Pretty neat. Okay, here's a wrap up of my finds for today. Some little bit of junk stuff here. This right here, it's a car toy or something. It says Tootsie Toy Chicago. I found an old car like that not too long ago. This looks like the back of a tailgate of a little car or something. I found a ton of these things. Clorox caps. Good thing there. This is a piece of a car. Found this. Let's see what the date's at. There's a date on there, 1968. $6.74. Found a watch. My first complete buckle. Some Clad. This is the little case I found. It says Princess Pat, the little compact. Got really nice design on there. Some Clad. Little bling earring by Mercury Dime. It's a 1938. Found this thing right here. I need to look at this one a little bit better. That has some writing on it. I can't make out what it is. It's really thin though. Super thin. Found that. Found this pin. It says military spy something on it. And it's one of those pins that you would pin to your shirt or to a hat or something. Barely make out on there. It says military spy on the top. This is another little button, little pin thing. Little pin on your shirt. This is just like costume jewelry or something. Found this big old thing, and this pin was actually above it. Here, I dug this, that was underneath. And I found this military button. It's an eagle with anchor on the bottom. The back It's threaded. That's threaded, so I don't know. Found this piece of bling. It's junk. And then these are my Wheaties that I found. 9 Wheaties today. My big prize is at Mercury Dime, and I need to look at this harder, figure out what this is. This is pretty interesting. And this thing. That's it.